With the new Gintama underway and a small child to be looking after, things are definitely interesting today with Gintama. The story is kind of one-sided though at the minute, because it's making the old man look to be the bad guy, and I wonder if it's going to be more nuanced than that. But before we get started, I must say, if you do enjoy the content, please subscribe to the channel, because it definitely does help. The internet cookies are still up for grabs, so if you can see this at any point in the episode, let me know. I did actually run out of sake, so substitutions have been made. But with that said, let's get into more Gintama. There are many things in this world which I am probably better off not knowing, but I'm not sure. Is it better than being completely ignorant? There are definitely things that I've been exposed to that I wish I hadn't, but... Was she bouncing his glasses on the umbrella? They haven't actually brought up his sister's poor cooking in a while. I would like more of the characters to have more of a... more fleshed out... well, character profile. And I'm not sure yet if I want to see more Elizabeth. Still not completely healed after the joke at the end of the other episodes. With the producer inside Elizabeth. Kinda clever though. Good way to insert himself. And does anyone still have a Walkman cassette player? Not a cassette, a CD player. Well, cassette player as well, that would be interesting to hear. You say that now? I'm not sure sugar has that kind of effect. She's learning though. Kagura is actually quite good. Any reason why he needs a nasal spray? He is quite in tune, isn't he? Just go in through the front door. An appointment? I do feel for receptionists when they have to put up with people just causing hassle for them. And if they had turned him down and there was the child that they were looking for was sent away, I don't think they would be treated all too well. Shinpachi's regular way of dealing with things: apologise. That's more like the Kagura that I know. brute force. So, more running. Continue running. I'll save you. Oh, damn. And that, kids, is why you shouldn't play on roofs. Yeah, the fall wasn't that bad. Was that the realization that maybe a little did? Well, to be fair, if your life is in danger, there is a little bit of leeway when it comes to that. Does that make it any better? So Kagula went from mocking him to actually trying to make him feel better. Quite weak, yes. Please don't. He's alright. You know, it was a joke. Well, I don't think he's going to play that prank twice now. So it looks to be quite the different personality to his father. Why is it that so many people are really weak, like their bodies just can't deal with stuff in like Japanese stories? Is it something that is like genetically prevalent in Japan? I don't know. Oh, so he's got big dreams then, to just be a flower. Yeah, but for a small while, it will be beautiful. Running. I see why the grandfather would be quite upset. I wonder if that Kantaro is actually still alive at this point, or if he is. No. Well, that answered that question. I wonder if he was. I kind of wondered if the grandfather was just keeping him locked away. Oh, changed your mind now, have you? The kid actually matters. And what, she just saw Gintoki and thought, ah, quite the well-behaved child. And none of them thought, she's running and there's no child with her. Kagura and Shinpachi have accepted things on much less of a reason, haven't they? You can't make that as a decisive statement. Do you really want that as an accolade, though? Yeah, well done, you're an asshole. Hmm. I mean, you can definitely have an attachment to his business or whatever, but when people do have um yeah ha- is he going to fight with the child on his back still? Where did he get the apple from? Yeah, but people do definitely disregard those that would care for them and not to build up a bigger business for whatever reason. Personally, it's not a good enough reason for me, but yes, because he got dragged along. I'll be leaving then. Okay, he's asking the kid. Good little translation he's got there. Oh, that imagery. No. I agree. Was he meant to be blind? Did I miss that entirely? It is always the blind swordsman that is surprisingly amazing, isn't it? Hmm. Did Kentucky actually land a blow there, but it's just very delayed? Hmm. Oh, you have no experience in raising kids, even though you've had a son. For the most part. Staying behind to deal with the swordsman. Don't raise flags. That's why he's so lax with his wording a lot of the time, so he doesn't make promises. I don't have any blind friends or many people that I know with other disabilities to that kind of degree, but that is the usual thing, isn't it? When you're blind, you other senses go up. Well, that's creepy. Unko. I mean, I killing is a very it's not a black and white issue. For those that can do it regardless of context, is he over trying to overdose him on that spray? So he didn't realise that the sword was already gone. Surprisingly, very. Why would you take a child onto the roof? You know, it is a baby. Can you wait? Couldn't he have waited a few more years or written in his will for the kid just to take the company after he dies, but the mother gets nothing. So, well, because of the wife's death, he doubled down on the business, and I mean everyone's had somewhat of troubles during their life, doesn't? But not everyone has turned into a dick. So that's why the guy was going on about how he wants to be a sakura flower. Is this really the place to be having this talk? Don't say Apo. This is quite the character flip, though, if he accepts this. It's good, but it seems far too easy how that worked out. He's still wearing it. I wonder how Gintoki feels about not hanging around with the kid anymore. It'd be great if the kid had subtitles like, "What the hell are you on about?" Quite attached to him, wasn't he? Quite a few times that I've heard that phrase. So is that it for the blind swordsman? I'm slightly glad that Gintoki himself didn't actually realise that. Wait, you can't see? Good. It wasn't just me. I did like the sword play in this episode, even though it wasn't the most extravagant. It had a lot of impact with the way that it was done, especially the within his mind scene. I mean, it was kind of obvious that Gintoki didn't lose his arm. I just could not figure out what they were going to do. Yes, that is a title. Poor Hasegawa. Once again, at the short end of the stick when it comes to quite a lot of things, actually. In this one, his dignity especially. Although when you are plunging off the top of a very tall building, can you really blame him for being somewhat frightened? And like I said, it's nice that the storyline with the grandfather and whatnot is wrapped up now, and there's not an all-out war attempting to get custody of the child again. But I did think it was solved far too easily, and the grandfather backed down with not much convincing. His character, to me at least, seemed a lot more steadfast in his ways and wouldn't come around to that way of thinking just because of a little bit of sentimentality. And especially how he dropped his whole for the business thing almost immediately. But still, apart from that, I really do enjoy Gintama, and I'm very excited to see what comes up next with in their big bag of storylines. So, if you enjoyed, please let me know by leaving a comment down below and maybe liking the video. Of course, if you want to never actually miss a future video, especially when it comes to Gintama, you can subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell. Or you can just keep refreshing the recommended page and hope for the best. Which do you think will work better? But there's more to come, so make sure you look after yourself, maybe get some rest. But I will see you in the next one. I'm lucky that my patrons aren't overbearing or overprotective, but like a nice supporting parent, they're helping both me and my channel. So I want to give a massive dose of appreciation out to Flordotaku, Sal, Raywin, Yuki Ali, Aegis TR, Denimed1997, Lewis Almanza, Aisha M, Danny Tree, and everyone else. Your support is extraordinary, and I couldn't hope for more. But once again, thank you.